One of these in the wrong hands is very dangerous. When I started YouTube over 10 years ago, my father was in the hospital. He was on life support, there was no hope. I committed to making money one way or another on YouTube and content. But what I also did was shut down. When you watch your father dead in the hospital, just lay there. And you get even fatter, you make more money, you get all the success in the world you ever dreamed of. But from day one, you never did the hard work. All the hustle, all the drive, all the ambition, all the opportunity doesn't mean anything if you don't cash in on it. I've been doing this for over 10 plus years. I have mantras, I have things I've done. I don't promote products I don't use. You go back and I at least tried wrestling them, you know? I drank G Fuel back in the day. Hell, I drank more energy drinks than most people. I mean, I banged a lot. Probably 4 times a day. And that's the problem. I was always chasing something. But what I finally got the answer to is what I wanted. Eric, you're healthy. Now, when you put 10 years off of your life, and all you want to do every day is wake up and try something different, kind of like an experiment, you want to see why for the first 28 years you were fucked up, why things hurt when you moved, and then every day you wake up and try something different to get better and better and better, and then you find the love of your life, and she pushes you, and you go through the best 2 years of your life, and during that period, you get in the best shape of your life. Your career, even though everybody's telling you to stop it, actually, for the first time in your life, you've actually gone up in pay year after year after year because you actually are good at your job. The problem is you're good at your job, which is an algorithm which manipulates you and basically, well, if you're full-time, you have to, because all jobs do. But there's so many lessons I've been taught in the last 10 years on YouTube and I'm so thankful for. And this microphone is a powerful thing to do it. Through this microphone, I've got to meet some of the most amazing people and work with some of the most amazing people. But I wasn't kidding in 2K15 when I said I gave up. Because Chris Danker stepped into that room and I said, he's got this. I'm not trying to be narcissistic but when you do content for a living and you know the top of the funnel matters, that is the king dog. And you are the king dog of the fountain. And you see that up and comer. You try to push Pulse to pass you just so you could be done and you can go manage everybody. He eventually flies past. But that one guy you saw, Chris Danker, deep down, you knew he was the guy. So much so, you literally gave up. Yes, you can make excuses and say it was because you worked with Grimm's Toy Show. Grimm's Toy Show, a guy who your best friend told you not to, actually. You know, those best friends you have in life, like CM Pulse, who flies you out to his house, puts you up and expects you to make the hard work. And hell, he even dropped promos for you right in front of your own face. Do you remember those promos with these ones? Get down there with the hard work, down there with the Cadillac and driving through. But you were on your damn head. See, you were 350 pounds, Eric, that's what you were. And he flew you down, and by the time you left, you were 315. You actually lost 35 pounds, but you were miserable. You were sitting there and you had no support. You had no help. And that's what you needed. Because those 3 months taught you literally cut the bullshit. Your house has nothing in that fridge. You have chicken breast, you have fucking breakfast, you have those 3 things. And when you cut out that bullshit and you stop going to fucking Quick Trip for the donuts, the 59-cent donuts at night, 500 calories, and you're eating 2 of them. And then you see your goofy fucker of a dad in a hospital bed 8 years later. Now he's not doing good. Could be 10 years later. Has a heart incident. And here we go again. This is his downfall. So you pay even more close attention during those last years. Even though you don't go see him a lot and he gave you a car to do your job, to get better on in life, you didn't get to visit him. He was stranded up in a hospital bed. And in that moment, you realize then the only thing I can do is learn from him to make sure I don't end up in that fucking bed and disappoint everybody else in my life. I don't even remember the date my dad died. You know, the only date I remember is his sister, half-sister, he hated, who actually tells me your dad tries to friend me. But to my face, my dad would tell me, absolutely not. Because people put up walls. They don't want to open up. They're hurt. So much so that they shout at you for 2 years what they want. And you're in your own head too much. And you can't get out of it. But you told them the entire time with the right support. You were great. You were set. You were good to go. So you finally get into shape. You get the all approval. But it's too late. You push somebody emotionally so far, they couldn't handle it anymore. Because they couldn't see you not bet on yourself any longer and succeed and follow through. Live in your own head. And then your best friend, person that's looked out for you, comes in when you weren't there for them. You weren't. You didn't pick up this microphone. You let him suffer. And 2 years later, when you're suffering, for the first time in 10 years, that person you hurt carries you, guides you, allows you to break down every last bit of your 10 years. What you couldn't mentally do the last 2 years when she supported you to get up on that stage. Because you were so caught up in your dad and the health and the car. You're so close in life, and it just takes a little communication. So I spent the last 10 years, and especially the last couple of years, becoming a people person. Getting to talk to people, realize DoorDashing is a crappy job, man, but you get to see people. I get people thanking me every day. And then I get to watch crappy people who do their job. People like fast food workers, they're not bad people, you just work in a shitty system. My mom developed the fucking system, for God's sake. She literally created the crew trainer program, but I was never in the crew trainer program. I didn't know how to do the hard work, but I have the dog inside me. Mom had it. Maybe that's dyslexic and you have the God inside you, like you have it inside of you. I don't know. I'm gonna have to explore all that. But for 10 years, you guys, right here, you've watched me. I don't want this to be a retrospective where we go back on YouTube and look and see it. Those big guys that fall down, that fail, that die. That's not what I wanted to be. So everybody that said they quit and I gave up, I did not. I busted my ass. And now I have friends in my real life. The same people 10 years ago I gave up on to chase YouTube. Friends who need help. Caregivers who take care of their daughter for 32 years, who I interviewed back in college about being a single mom. Your best friends who dealt with the same issues and channeling their passion and focus and energy, and that's why you wanted to interview them. Those best friends that you push till late hours of the night to be the best they possibly can be to get out of their own head, like Ghost Robo. Those people like Dave that are R-rated and are only thinking of the entertainment, and if they want to work with the companies, they got to soften their stance. And they get an opportunity to go to WWE 2K. Because you believe in people. Because with this microphone, used properly, there can be change. It's not easy. It's harder than hell. And for the last 3 weeks, I put up a lock. And I had somebody that kept me safe with a key. And I don't have that person anymore. He produced what he needed to out of me. And we've gone our separate ways because we had to. But now it's time. So if at any point you've watched this channel, or maybe you're in a point in your own life where you're just sick of it, you want to make a change. Maybe you're watching somebody in your own life struggle and you go, fuck it, man. I'm not going to pick up a Bible and I'm not going to start looking for signs. But I mean, if you do pick up a Bible, and I'm being serious here. I went to the Dollar Tree, and I don't know if this is cheating, but this thing is ridiculous. Okay? I'm going to open up a page. Let me read this. And there will be strange signs in the sun, moon, and stars. And here on earth, the nations will be in turmoil, perplexed by the roaring seas and strange tides. People will be terrified at what they see coming upon the earth, for the powers in the heavens will be shaking. Okay, I just actually opened that up to a random. That's the easy reading version. That's what happens when you actually just start talking to people. That Bible that I picked up a little over a week ago to start looking for signs. When you just believe in yourself, which I believe that's what the Holy Spirit is, when you narcissistically put yourself first, when you make sure you're good mentally, physically, you can put everybody else first. And that's what this channel is going to be. My name is Eric Emanuel, and the easiest example I can give you is I essentially was Britney Spears in the past. Run down by a manager, pushed to his T, not take care of himself like Joe Dombrowski. I'm sick of that. I knew deep down I'm a Taylor Swift, Dave Grohl, a musician, somebody that won't give up. I did it once and I'll do it again. Stand-up comedy every week. The Lakely, Oxbow, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Clips will be uploaded. I have a new wrestling show coming out soon. It's called Robbed of Glory. It's in honor of my father. If I get the chance to sit down with wrestlers who may or may not have had the opportunity or might have been just this close, or maybe they're on the comeback and they're trying to train and they're trying to get over their own demons, I want to sit down and talk to them. Because I want to push people to be the greatest they possibly can. Just like my buddy, who picked up this microphone when I needed it the most and was there. And before taking that microphone away, he made sure I was good before unplugging it. And the only way I can connect back with him is through my microphone now, and hope one day the content is worth seeing. Because everybody deserves to be saved. But you have to do the hard work. I can't for you. I am Eric Emanuel. You will see me in a stand-up ring. You will see me in a wrestling ring. You will see me on YouTube. It's just inevitable because I am that damn good. And I'm not trying to be cocky. As my ex-girlfriend said in an email, I am unbelievable. And I very well might be a narcissist. But who wouldn't you want in your corner more? That person that believes in you, that's got that dog in you? That same person that rises and exceeds expectations every single year, that puts in more work? Look me dead in the eye and tell me you don't want that person. Look me dead in the eye, you don't want somebody to push you every single day. Even if they messed up. Second chances can happen. Believe in yourself. Push yourself. Subscribe. Stay updated. Keep looking out for your friends. Until next time, Dolly, Eric, and god damn it, you're going to enunciate that E. Emanuel. Signing off. And that's how we're going to do it. With this microphone. This microphone.